Look who's first. This amazing bean. Yep. Who's a good viewer? You are. Have a cookie. Re-Crix hat.
Hope we're doing fantastic day as always, and welcome back from Comic-Con 2024. It was a fun year. I have to say, I definitely enjoyed myself. God, it was also really weird, because it's been one of those massive introspective moments as well. Like, I am tired. I definitely need to sleep on some things. But before we end up, getting me some rest and everything, I have a little thing here. And this is something I've been eyeing for over a year. And we're going to do this together. This is not going to be a one-stream thing. I want to very much preface this. There's no shot in absolute hell this becomes a one-stream situation. So, we will be working on this over the course of however long it takes. Like, maybe, once per weekend. But this is definitely something I have to look into myself. But, we're going to do that as we go along. So, let's open this bad boy up, and I can tell you guys some more things about Comic-Con in a bit here. Now, this is the actual puzzle. So, this is one of those things where this is gonna take a while to solve. Because it is actually one-to-one with the anime's original puzzle. Oh my god. That is insane. What? Alright, let's get all the pieces out and grab the instructions. And then what we're going to do, as always, we'll put this up in the corner for people to take a look at if they would like to. So, that way you guys can see that roughly in the corner. I guess we'll do it like this. Yeah. I know my desk is a little messy. Do forgive me on that. This also ends up being my cat's spot to sit, who also shot on my floor before, I started stream, so I had to go clean that up. Which is always fun, right? It's always fun to have to clean up after my cat. I guess let's waste no time and get this assembled. There's a lot of parts to this. What better than my desk? I'm still hoping to get my desk upgraded soon. I won't, soon as my desk gets upgraded, I think we're gonna try to start building the recording booth and everything. So, I need to figure out how to get this all put into play. I mean, I guess I should figure out this. What the fuck? I think my desk is older than you. It was my sister's. It probably is then. Let's be honest. Okay, so this is B. This is A. Then I guess let's start with, this. God, I can't state how excited I am to actually be able to, like, have all these together. I've always wanted to try this puzzle out. I've always, since I was stupidly young. Oh, looks like one of the pieces actually already came off, so we'll figure out which one that one is from. Looks like it's from B5, so definitely good to note. So put these guys down here for now. But let's take a look at this. So right now it's instructing me to grab pieces 1, 2, and 3. And of course, I would like to ensure that we can get this done without damaging the puzzle. So this is going to be a bit of a tricky one, but I think we can manage this. In all actuality, it's I probably should have bought a clipper for this, considering this is something I actually do value a bit more than the initial decar. But hey, fuck it, we ball. And I will I'll deal with the consequences when the time comes, I guess. Okay, so here we go. We have that piece, and then it wants me to grab 2 and 3 also from this one, so this is really fucking complex in terms of how they have this molded. Oh my god. There had to have been an easier way for these guys to fit this all on, like, one thing. Of course, getting all the extra gunk off because, you know, it's what I gotta do. So, what am I actually... I feel like I should play specific, like, specifically Yu-Gi-Oh music, but I don't think I'm going to. Ooh, definitely don't want that coming undone. Fuck, dude. This is so fucking nerve-wracking! The heart of the cards, yes, the heart of the cards. I've been waiting to do this puzzle for so fucking long, dude. If I do have one regret from this year's Comic-Con is that I didn't get the custom token, but also I've been going through like a dysphoria fit, so for me, I'm kind of glad that I didn't. Like, I know it doesn't show in a lot of the pictures I've taken and shared on Discord, which will later be posted on Instagram for those of you who haven't seen them. But God, I was going through the fucking ringer. Hold on, how does it want me to connect this? I guess it wants me to connect it like this. Okay. And then it wants me to put... Where did the other piece go? Chad? Where did the other piece go? There are 3 pieces right here! What the hell? Oh, there it is. I will cry if I start losing fucking pieces, dude. I will actually cry. I spent probably more money than I should have on this. Okay. Then I'm going to take some of the excess off here. Make sure that it's a bit more flat. There we go. Okay. That's the next part. looks like these two go together. So I guess it goes like... How does this go on? Like this? Yeah. This puzzle is gonna be so needlessly complicated. Dude! Dude! How are you supposed to build this thing? This is horrifying! Oh. I am actually fucking mortified. Like, how? The absolute fuck are you expected to build this thing? Already so terrifying. Just based on the pieces I've seen. Like, what? We're not even done making the third piece to this puzzle, and it is already like... Get your water ready? Absolutely not. I will have to get some water here soon, though. I do need something to drink, but... But you know, if this is like the thing that Yugi actually was supposedly, you know, solving, the one thing that, you know, his grandfather never did, which is why Yugi inherited it. Ooh. Ugh. Ugh. Dude. That poor child, like, how many hours were actually used for him to solve that fucking puzzle out of those 8 years? Because genuinely, some puzzles are just concerning. Okay, there we go. Corner piece. Hey, that's at least cool to see, though. That's the one upside, is at least the corners are extremely distinct, and so will the main faceplate. So that is the one added benefit right now that we're going to have going into this. Is that the pieces that we will have as recognizable are going to be extremely recognizable. I'm just gonna break that off. You know, one of the things I find really funny about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that it spawned a multi-generational interest in, like, Egyptian history for some reason. Despite having nearly none of it correct. Like, it genuinely goes to show you that, like, media is a lot more powerful than people think. Okay, I might play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Lo-Fi instead of the calm stream playlist. Because Because that is what we're listening to right now. This is the Calm stream playlist, which has a bunch of nice songs for us to enjoy and vibe to. But I also know that that is not exactly the established theme of this stream. And if we're doing anything similar to like we did with Initial D, then we probably should give it the proper respect it deserves. This is not on correctly. Ooh, okay. Hold on. I don't like how that's fitting. So there's gotta be a specific way for that to, like, attach. So that's gotta go on smooth, but that's not going on smooth. So this is 8 and 9. Hold on. It's telling me to line up the top 2 holes, which is exactly what I did. But it doesn't appear to be connecting as if it's being inserted correctly. It's really fascinating to see how some of these model kits are distinctly different in terms of quality. Okay, alright, so let's specifically line up those 2, I guess. Which has seemingly worked. But then this isn't. You know what would help is if the fucking pegs on the bottom for this piece actually didn't snap in the fucking holes. It's fine, though. I can make that work. That I can make work. Yeah. Yeah, that's not coming out apart, so. Some model kits really need to get their measurements fixed, though. Like, if that's happening on, like, the average model kit, then that is not a good thing for this one. And let's take off some of the axis again. And then once the song is done, we finish this piece. I'll switch it to some lo-fi, because the lo-fi sounds real nice right now. Really, at this point, you don't even really need the instructions, because they're all, like, put out in, like, what you're supposed to do it in. But also, like, pieces like this in a puzzle that feature other similar pieces. This terrifies me! Oh, okay. I guess it's just breaking off now. Cool. Cool, I guess. Alright, so this is 12 and 13. I'd like to point out there's like 8 sheets of this. Okay. Okay. And let me take off some of this little excess. This is an interesting piece. This is unlike the rest of the other ones. Crix, guess what I did? What did you do? There we go. Nice and snug. I just need to get this little bit here. No, I didn't buy shin bags. I wasn't implying that, but okay, okay. Ouch. I guess. Okay, so the next is this piece, it seems. So what we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna rotate this. Just gonna carve off some of the excess. So playing Fallout London as Shin. Fallout London? What is Fallout London? Also, I'm really curious to see how you built the character, so definitely send some pics in the Discord. 100% interested. Revolutionary, amazing, just awe-inspiring. It was just hello. Hello. How you doing? Crix is me, at least I think. If not, then I have a lot of explaining to do. That's for sure. Oh! Note to self! I'll say hi hello to Doggy. What do you mean, Doggy? Who's Doggy? Or are you mean like your literal actual dog? Your doggy? Well, hello, Puppo. The Puppo. The puppy. The puppy. Gotta give love to the puppy. Ooh. That was a little close to my finger. He's small. He's a small boy. That sounds like a puppy. What is this small piece for? It's also for this. Apparently. Alright, and then that leaves 2 more pieces to put together. So 14 and this go together like this. Oh god, how do you get this in? The edges on like this are really fucking sharp. How are you supposed to fit this in? Are you supposed to be able to fit this in? I guess so. I'm too scared to commit to the smaller pieces, I swear. His name is Carlton or Arlo for short. You're not talking about like in the game, you're talking about an actual dog, right? There we go. Yes, a real live dog. What kind of dog is he? His name is Carlton? You mentioned that already. Just gonna shave off a couple extra scraps here. Anyways, there we go. And then now the last one on this sheet is just these two. And then we'll continue building. You know, I said we were gonna go to Yu-Gi-Oh! Lo-Fi after that one piece, and I haven't switched it. Oops, I guess. Question mark? He's a Bichon Terrier. I don't think I've actually heard of that dog breed. Give me 1 sec to look that up. Yes, I am a human. Verify, thank you. Oh my god. Oh, that's what those are called? That's adorable. I love that. It's time to do. I can't do it. Not enough water. It's time to do. We'll do that. Also, hi Uzi. Hello. Really excited to get this, like, all up and running. Where we both say the things that we both really feel. I might be coming down with another sickness. Oh. Prince of Darkness. That is an emote, if I've ever seen one. Okay. Let me get the excess off of this real quick. I think the biggest tragedy of Comic-Con was that I missed the Wild Bill's root beer on Friday, because I had to stay home due to cramps. It was really, really bad. Like, I was, like, stuck in the shower because I didn't have a heat pad to, like, fucking soothe myself. It sucked. It was just me, a shower, and hot water. Honestly, kind of sucked, not gonna lie. Sounds like hell. Oh, it was awful. I was in severe fucking pain. Like, it was... God, it had to have been the worst I felt. I couldn't go more than, like, 20 steps without a sharp pain in my abdomen. It was horrendous. So I sat out on Friday, which, again, wasn't really a big deal. Like, I still had, like, the entire weekend to go. But it was more so, like, I really wanted that root beer, and I haven't had it for more than 2 years. And it was only going to be there on that day. And I was just like, ah! So I got to try their black cherry again, the orange cream, which I haven't tried before, which is pretty good. It's based on, like, the orange creamsicles. That's another piece, by the way. And then I also got to try the vanilla cream that they had, which is practically just cream soda. Which is pretty good, not gonna lie. So, if you haven't, like, gotten the chance to try Wild Bill's, they do sell, like, canned versions of their drinks online. Highly, highly recommend. At least if you don't want to try anything, try their root beer. It is phenomenal. I will, like, stand by that. I don't stand by many, many brands on many, many things, but Wild Bill's at least has some really good fucking tasting soda. What is this? It wants me to get 1, 2, and 3. Also, if I remember correctly, this person who's singing this song is non-binary. Or at least I think uses they, them. Alright, I'm gonna do my watch some Supernatural. Ooh. Supernatural's a good show. And B, yes. Dude, this song is great. Uzi, remind me to show you an animation that I found using this song a while ago. It's how I get introduced to this song, and it is phenomenal. And yes, thank you for the lurk. Please enjoy your preparations, and I hope the trip goes well. And remember to keep the tab open. Just don't mute the stream. Mute the tab. But yeah, remind me to send you that. I think you would love it. Let's see. How do I attach these? Like this. Okay. Okay, so we have this, and then this attaches to this. So yeah, send a Discord ping and I'll send you a Discord ping and respond as you can. Yeah, please. I at least that way I don't forget. Because I have a feeling I might. Like, I know sometimes I'll mention things. Most of the time I remember. But there's that slight bit where my ADHD gets the better of me. And I don't. And then I feel like crap. Because I'll remember it like 2 weeks later being like, ah, shit, I meant to send you this. Okay. After I get the, like, little excess off of this, we're going to go and switch to Yu-Gi-Oh! Lo-Fi. So that way we have some proper music. Or maybe just some Yu-Gi-Oh! Music in general. I really would like to have the lo-fi, though. Hold on, let me get this. Yu-Gi-Oh! Lo-fi. Alright, here's one at least. We'll see how this goes. Oh my god, some of these pieces really fucking scare me. Like, how the fuck does that fit in a puzzle? That's terrifying. God, that is terrifying. Okay, so 10 requires B5 and 4. So this is B5. Okay. Get some of the excess off right here. You know, the model kit streams have been honestly really nice. I would do more things like this. Maybe if we get more time to, like, actually do sit-down stuff like this. where I just take a time where we just talk and we can just actually have a down period where I don't have to be this over hyped up fucking sack of shit on the internet. That would be nice. I would like that a bit more. I like my down periods a lot. I know I've said this before, but I really do not like being overtly hyper. Even though it's mostly out of my control, it's something I've never really liked. I love watching chill model and painting streams, so much to vibe. It really is. And then obviously I get to nerd out about whatever the hell I'm building. So maybe I'll do that more often. Like if I can find like a cool model kit being like, hey, I think this is really cool. Let's do this. I kind of regret not picking up the Blue Eyes model kit that they had. There was a Blue Eyes one, but I think it was like $60. I was like, no, I'm not that big of a Blue Eyes fan. Like I do play the Blue Eyes deck. That was my last professional deck. But, I just never, I was always more prone to Dark Magician. Like, if I could pick any one thing out of that franchise card-wise and have it be real, it would be Dark Magician. And I know that that's such a simple baby piss answer. You can kiss my ass if you think it is, by the way. But this is my thing. Like, for me growing up, and I don't know what it was about Yugi, but I think looking back at it, Yugi might have been like one of the first forays into like me realizing I might be non-binary, because that kid is 100% not like properly modeled to be a boy. In like any reality outside of what you saw towards the end of fucking not 5Ds, what was it? It was the one with Jane and Yuki. It was at the beginning of that show with Jaden. Why am I forgetting the name of it? It's 5Ds, not Zexal, not Arc 5. Why am I forgetting what it was? God. I am spacing right now. So bad. But yeah, no, at the beginning of Jaden's series, Yugi handed him a winged Kuribo. And in that situation, he took on the voice that Atem originally had. Because it was basically just an older Yugi. Like, Atem at this point technically isn't, or shouldn't have been around. But of course it was because of due to, you know, other reasons. When in doubt, I just always blame Kaiba. But yeah. Hell, one of my first costumes that I actually, like, deliberately picked out myself, like, I know I gathered the pieces and did, was Yugi. I still have the fucking wig that was apparently licensed merch from back in the day. And it was made out of, like, this weird fucking rubber. Because of how bizarre Yugi's hair was, they just didn't bother trying to make a proper wig for it. Apparently. Which is fucking hilarious to me. I love that so much. I really need to, like, look back at, like, my childhood and figure out, like, why I latched onto things as much as I did. I'm gonna try to, like, angle this a bit more up this way so that way you guys can kind of see my hands too as I'm working on things. So, look, you get to see more of me, I guess, but preferably not my face. I don't really want to be showing my face anymore. At least not this stream. Like I said, Comic-Con, for some reason, something, like, put me through the ringer and, like, dysphoria hit, like, midway in. So today I primarily went out with a mask, which has been something I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time. I just don't want to show my face anymore. Like, I am perfectly fine with every ounce of my life except for my face. That is literally all it is. Body, the way I would love to have it. But, like, my face, much to be desired. And I'm very open about it. I've always been very open about speaking about this, but I fake a lot of my confidence. And I wouldn't even say that I have confidence. I have an amount of bullshit that I can fake in terms of like acting. That is what I have. How the fuck? How was this supposed to go in? I love your aesthetic. I really do try. Like, that is one thing I really, really do try. I never had a chance to watch more than a few episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! But I am in an anime watch group that meets once a week and watch things, and we're shooting up Gundam 00. Next vote was on Digimon or Yu-Gi-Oh! You definitely should try to vote for Yu-Gi-Oh! But, no, I do have a Gundam kit. Let me go grab it. It is a massive Gundam kit, but I haven't started building it because I've been really scared. And you'll understand why in a second, because it's one of the, like, the high quality ones. Like, one of the ones that if you fuck it up, people will get mad at you, kind of thing. This is the kit that I have. It is one of the bigger ones, and it is mortifying to even try to be in. I didn't break anything, did I? No, okay, good. I accidentally stepped on the corner, I heard a sound. Like, I don't know. I'm also really planning, this is one thing, I haven't talked about this publicly too much yet, but I am planning to fully cut and dye my hair now. I've been thinking about it for some time. I don't know what style I'm gonna go with anymore, because everyone's apparently become so used to my side part. But I just don't resonate with it anymore, which is something I never thought I'd say, because usually with, like, my autism, I hate getting haircuts at all. But I've been really wanting to, like, improve more on how I look, to kind of, like, feign around the fact of me wanting to put a mask on all the time. Because I know that, like, it's only going to contribute to it. But if I can help myself with confidence in, like, one way or another, at least I'm going to try, you know? Also, my fucking hair's just been acting like a dead rat on my head, and I'm sorry. It's getting really fucking annoying. Just go in the hole! This does not line up the way you would think. And it's driving me insane. Support your journey. I mean, I'm gonna figure out how I do it. Eventually, it's just gonna be a matter of time. Like, I know that another major thing that's gonna be happening soon is I'm gonna try to get my recording booth set up, and if I do that, then I'm gonna have to commit to voice acting full on. And for some reason that scares me. It scares me greatly. It terrifies me. And I don't think it's because I don't want it, but it's because it's an investment, you know? Like, I really do want to do voice acting. I'm not the greatest. I'm an socially awkward piece of shit that tries on the internet. That is what I am. And I know that I have definitely ruined a lot of relationships because of that fact. But at the same time, it's like, I know for a fact I can get better, and I want to improve, and I want to get that chance to improve. So it's like, giving up really isn't the solution. No. This isn't self-deprivation. Like, this is just an objective fact. Like, I very much need to preface this. Streaming alone, and I say this all the time, the biggest reason why I started streaming was because I needed an extra level of social interaction. So it basically was meant to be a way for me to keep improving myself, to keep talking, to keep growing and learning. But the problem with that also came with that I have been one of the most socially inept people that I know in a very, very long time. Like, to the point where it is hard for me to go out of my way unless I have a given goal. Like, for instance, earlier today I was helping out pass out flyers for a booth. And I was able to do that perfectly fine. I ignored all anxieties. I just went out and I made a joke about it. I was being a comedian, passing out these flyers like it was no tomorrow. It was funny. It was great. It was awesome. I didn't mind it one bit. But then I'll have moments where I just shut down. Like, I know I'm not the most confident person. I will be the first one to say that I lack confidence. But at the same time, when I lack in confidence, I gain in tenacity and will. So if I have my mind set enough on something, I know I can do it. It's just a matter of when. Oh, there we go. It's finally attached. Oh my god. It took way too long. Another quarter piece. Another feelings and thoughts about being social. Streaming has been a great way for me to test boundaries and expand my social learnings. It can be scary and draining. Sometimes it can be a week or more to recover. That is exactly how it is with me sometimes. Like, I can do the most social and, like, vibrant environments. But if I'm not getting, like, that fuel back, I'm not getting that, that feedback that puts the receptors being like, hey, you're doing a great thing, keep at it. It's really tough to keep at it, if that makes sense. Like, it gets really, really demeaning after a while. Because, like, you know you're forcing yourself up to a certain extent, and when it comes down to that, it makes it 10 times more difficult than to try to succeed in those fields. Yeah, most people don't realize a lot of introverts are good at talking because we literally have to force ourselves to do so. Like, it's become a survival skill. It's not because we want to. It's a survival skill. And having never really had, like, a consistent friend group or anything, like, that has definitely worsened that over the years, like, more than it would have been. Like, I have moved so many times, I haven't kept a single friend since high school. I haven't kept a single friend since elementary school, and I haven't kept a single friend since middle school. I don't know what that's like, and I'm only starting to currently figure out how that feels and what that is, what that means to have that kind of friend group and that connection, that interpersonal relationship that I never did growing up. So it's a lot of this is learning. It's just that I'm forcing myself to learn it a lot faster, because if I want to do the things that I want to do and attempt the things that I want to attempt, I need to learn the difference between that. Like, I know for a fact there are people who 100% are not true friends, and, you know, that's gonna happen. But I also know that just as many that are true friends, I have that are. So I gotta be willing to trust those people and lend my strength onto them. And vice versa. Like, we gotta stick together on that. Like, this is a tough fucking world to be in, and we all gotta fight this together. I mean, so many good friends at streaming I genuinely vibe with. It's such a new and exciting experience. Yeah, that is what's happened with me too. It's just very weird that the majority are still older than I am. Like, that is one of the weirdest aspects of, like, this whole thing. And I don't talk about this a lot either, because I really hate pointing out my age, because my age and my mental age are 100% not the same. I found this out through my doctor. But I am Gen Z. Like, I am younger. And I swear to God, if I hear anyone in chat say baby, I will kill you. You're almost 40? I would not have guessed. You do not come off as if you are 40 at all. And I don't mean that, like, in a bad way. Like, you genuinely do not seem like you are... Like, I would have guessed, like, late 20s, early 30s at most. So, like, good on you for, like, still kicking it and trying. Nobody thinks Uzi's an old non-binary. It's because, I don't know, it's something about how you carry yourself, for sure. But, for me, it's one of those things where, like, I am younger. Like, I definitely am gonna continue to, not have a lot of those experiences that people did before me. And it kind of sucks because it's like, okay, well, my mental age is older. I tend to have older friends. I grew up with a lot of the same stuff that people did in the 90s, but at the same time, I missed a part of it. So for those parts, I just kind of sit in the corner of the room going, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh, absolutely fucking not. Don't bring that up in my chat. I do not at all. This is one thing that is really weird, is I have such a divide within my own generation that I don't know. It's so fucking weird. Like, a lot of the jokes and memes that came out of Gen Z specifically, especially the later half, I do not like in the slightest. Like, I absolutely despise it. But then at the same time, a lot of the early internet memes and stuff that came out with the late millennials are the things that I grew up with and I actually identified with. So it's like, it's really weird, because, like, I can't really identify with my own generation, but at the same time, I can't just be like, yeah, the millennials have claimed me, because that's absolutely not the fucking case. Even though that's primarily who the fuck I talk to, so it's like, dude. Like, by all means, I technically count as what would be a zillennial, which is a whole thing, but I'm not gonna get into fucking sub-generational bullshit, because as far as I'm concerned, it's not... No. But, you know, that's a whole thing. Like our mascot, I'm not even gonna talk about the mascot. I don't even know what the fuck you're on about. Also, it says a lot for, like, the whole thing. There were so many memes that now have to, like, actually stay dead. And it's really depressing. Wait, what was I grabbing? I grabbed 9 and 10. How do you put this on? I also need 13, I guess. Hold on. I guess I need 13. I don't know why we're skipping numbers, but I'll go with it. Sure. Why do we need 13? Why do we need 13? Okay, this goes here. Permission to speak openly regarding your appearance? What do you mean? I mean, you can, but generally speaking, yeah. I guess just go ahead. What do you have to say? This puzzle's gonna be so fucking hard. Dude. Because we need 14, 15, and 16 now, so I guess let's... Ooh, my X-Acto blade's coming apart. That's 14. That's 15. And this is... 16? Is that 16? That is 16, okay. This is terrifying. Okay, so I'm assuming that this just goes on here. Yeah. But no, I've always been, like, really self-conscious about that. which is weird, because, like, I've been getting a lot more compliments about how I look, but at the same time, it's one of the things that it's... I respect your desire to improve yourself, change things you don't like. I will keep working towards my own appearance, because you are goals. Boy, girl, just void. I really just... That's kind of what I want to stick with, is I just want to stay in the middle. Like, I make it such a point to try to stay in the middle as best as I can. But, God, it's a pain. It is such a fucking pain. Because, like, there's a lot of times in which I'll think I look way too masculine, and then that gets to me. But then there's other times I think I look way too feminine, or I can't pull off a certain feminine thing. And then it's like, okay, well, at this point, I want to avoid that, because why the fuck would I go for that? If it's gonna be a rough thing, and it's only gonna bring me more problems. Oh my God. That's the bottom piece, isn't that? Oh, that's the bottom. Oh, please don't let that actually be the bottom piece. Oh, no! This puzzle's gonna be so hard! Look, if there's anyone who can solve it, it is 100% me. But yeah, I just gotta give myself some time. One thing too that, like, especially as a younger non-binary, like, streamer, for instance, that I've been trying to remind myself of constantly is that people around me that tend to have more followers, a lot of them are older than I am. Like, the factor of what I've accomplished here is something to really be proud of, and it's something that I often overlook way too much. Like, as much as I hate to admit that, like, I really do. What I have managed to accomplish here in my couple of years of, you know, attempting VTubing and everything is really a surmountable goal, and it is something that I need to remind myself constantly, like, hey, this is something to be proud of. This isn't something to be like, you're fucking up constantly, you know? Or like, you know, you should be doing more, doing better. Like, I'm already doing a lot. Like, this year alone, I have still 5 scheduled events that I have to get all of them done, and one of them is coming up at the beginning of next month. On top of video editing, so helping someone with a re-debut, I gotta go and do my own thing at some point. I have the month of Screams, a secret event in November, then the Re-Crix is Crappy Christmas to kind of help and, like, promote, you know, some actual, like, love for people who don't get to have that during the time of year, like I always have. Like, that's been a yearly thing. So we're taught to ruminate on our failures and challenges and not celebrate our accomplishments. It really is something that we need to, like, get out of the mindset of, because this is something people forget, right? We only fail if we give up. That is the truth of the matter, is we can only fail if we give up. And a lot of people tend to give up a lot sooner than they need to. Which is not a good thing. And it's not that anyone should give up or needs to. It's just the fact that they need to give themselves a level of understanding that not everything is going to work out within the first couple of years. Hell, I've seen people continue to fail for 10 plus years and still keep at it to finally get to something that they love. Like, it is one thing to go in on something and go at it with pure conviction. It's a whole nother to actually believe in said conviction. That is where people falter. That is where I've faltered in the past. I could speak from experience. It hurts to say that too, because, like, I feign a lot of my confidence. A lot of the bold and brashness that people assume from me is just an attribute of my autism. Like, I can't control that. What do you want me to do? You know, it's one of those things where it's really a weird, it's a weird dilemma to be caught up in. Which is especially funny because, like I said, that same conviction I often will then give to others, and then that will be used against me as, like, someone using me. which has led to a fear of other things happening, and unfortunately it's led to a couple of problems of me having, you know, sorrowful thoughts about people who don't deserve it. Like, I will be the first one to say, like, I've 100% had that happen. Like, one of the biggest examples, and I've talked to Pank about this, was I, for a bit, just didn't talk to Pank because I had never experienced jealousy up to my point up until then. And that is, like, that reassurance point that I had to keep getting myself. That's like, hey, this is not, like, a thing saying that you're doing crappy or, like, this is a whole bad thing. Like, you're doing great. It's just, you know, shit happened. And so, like, it ate me up for so long that I actually publicly talked about it with Pank. I was like, hey, this is the problems that I've been having, and it's nothing to do with you. I just want to know, like, what I can do to solve these, and I also want to get off my chest because I feel like I've done something wrong. Even though, like, I didn't, it was just a lot of it was anxiety that built up over circumstances and other circumstances that kind of were out of both of our control. But it's easy for me to, like, place the blame on myself immediately when it comes to that, because it's hard to, like, break it down and understand, like, where the emotions are coming from. Like, I would have never really understood where that came from. I really struggle with some emotions. I don't know, like, how to express myself in the best of ways sometimes. And it shows. But it was one of those things where it's like I needed to genuinely approach it so it didn't continue eating me up, because if I let it, then it was just gonna get worse. Like, I'm genuinely someone who doesn't want to watch the world burn, but a lot of people will interpret some of my actions as that, and it's like, no, I'm a nervous wreck. I'm an anxiety-ridden nerd who doesn't really fully understand the world, and I know, you know, at some point that I'm going to understand it and how it works, especially as I continue further into, like, industries and voice acting and more, right? But it's one thing to learn about it then, and it's another to learn about it now. Like, in the moment. And not learning it from, like, having to fuck up a ton. Like, I would rather not learn from a mistake. I'd rather learn it the right way the first time. And then if the lesson is needed, then learn from my mistake. Because at that point, then it's going to be a needed mistake, you know? Yeah, the ADHD autism got me thinking, interacting differently. It's all still a journey. And, well, the thing is, a lot of people don't realize it growing up. Like, I was lucky to have that intervention early on. I was lucky to be diagnosed at an extremely early age, get the help that I needed when I was super young, and be able to get the medication. Nowadays, I'm not on the medication because it actually doesn't do too much for me. I might need to go recheck how, like, my prescriptions might be affecting me, and maybe get back on some, but, like, for me personally, it's been a lifelong journey that I've been really trying to combat, and it's been really difficult. It's been really, really difficult. You've known about ADHD since you were 5, but autism from 1 year ago. Really? That is interesting. See, for me, I found out about the same time for both. So when I found out that I had autism, which was when I was, like, really young, so I want to say, like, 3-ish, I also found out that I had autism, or ADHD and autism at the same time, from the same doctor, which then also would then later be, you have anxiety, and then you have depression and PTSD. So it was just like, oh, I got the 5-for-5 deal at Costco. Great to know, because that sucks. You know? Like, it's a nice thing to be able to talk about this kind of stuff, because it's not as socially acceptable, especially with people who are trying to, like, do things and, like, get out there in the world. Yeah, the full 5-star package, Michelin stars, all 5 of them. But, yeah. Like, this is a lifelong battle, and I know that it is, and that's why I want to try to make a point of doing something, because a lot of people have the wrong idea of how, like, autism and ADHD affect people. and what they can and can't do. I want to prove that wrong. I want to break that stigma as best as I can, and I want to keep pushing and making a point towards that. It's going to be a lot more difficult as these years go by, because it feels like a lot of things just generally get harder and harder, but like I really do think that I can finally make a point of being like, hey, you know, I'm openly conscious about like all of my stuff, and that I still managed to go ahead and get this done, you know. The amount of lives that could change is surmountable. And so it's a goal of mine. That, and I really just don't want to fade out of existence. I think that's another thing that's like something I don't talk about too much. But I don't want to be one of those people that just exists and over time gets lost. I want to make my mark somewhere. And that's just going to take some time. Let me get this scraped off real quick. Thank you for talking about this. It's very cathartic to listen and express these feelings, or these things. It's something I've been meaning to do for a while. That's what these streams have been really nice for, these smaller, like, slower scale streams I've been doing, and starting to, like, adapt more. It's been really nice to just do that and sit down and talk about, like, what I want to achieve, what I want to do, the problems I've been facing, because a lot of people face these same problems all the time, but no one ever talks about them, so people are often stuck in their own little shell. I should know, because that's happened to me more times than I can count. That's the majority of my life in a nutshell. It's harder to express a lot of the problems that are currently being faced in that regard. And so I don't want to keep that a secret. Because even if, say, like, a bad actor tries to come and be like, let me use this against you, I know that that's not going to end up working if I'm the one that was willing to talk about it in the first place. Right? Like, my willingness and my willingful openness in order to get to this point to express it is something that they can't take now, because I've already talked about it. It's something that I've gained control on, and it's something that I'm allowed to now take moving forward as whoever the fuck I want it to be. Like, no longer does someone else have that power and that ability. So, like, I'm glad that, like, at least someone is getting some usefulness out of this, because it's one of those things where it's a, it's a much needed change of pace. From all the chaos and me constantly having to feel like I have to act like a showrunner. I mean, I don't. I know people do come here for me, but, like, I still like to perform in a way. And I know that definitely gets to me over a small period of time, which is also why I'm pacing myself immediately coming back from Comic-Con. And I'm going to be, like, taking a slight bit of a break, because I know also while I'm doing all of this, I'm going to be working on something that I need to give my undivided attention to, and that's going to be where a lot of my stress is going to go. My stress and my time. So I don't want to, like, burn myself out, but at the same time, I also want to make sure that, like, if I do have energy, I put it in the spot that needs it the most right now. Alright, so we have 10 and 9. Where are these two? Okay. I'm just hoping that when everything does come to a head, when I'm done with this and finished with all the promotions and everything for it, that people are at least okay with the outcome. Like, I know for a fact what I'm about to do is going to possibly split the community at its worst case scenario. Which sucks, but I think it's for the best. At least for me. And then after that, I can work on real world props and go around using that at cons if I really want to. There we go. God, this is getting more and more scary as I'm building this. Jesus Christ. Just want to remind people, it took Yugi 8 fucking years to build this thing. And put it together. Glad you're building it and not me. I don't know how to respond to that. What was I getting? 11 and 12, right? Yeah. Chat, I might need to go buy clippers for this purpose. But yeah, it took Yugi that long to put it together. How the actual fuck am I expected to do this? Like, just real talk real quick, man. Like, how am I expected to do this? Sheer concentrated force of will, maybe. Gotta force myself out to go love the Mets, baby. We love the Mets. Gotta love the Mets. Yeah, let's go Mets. Why is there a hammer on my screen? Because you can smash the screen and then take screenshots and make funnies. It's an add-on I added. Something the Yu-Gi-Oh show would say, Uzi doesn't like the Mets. Understandable. Have a nice day. I might have to pull this apart. If I can, that is. Something did not attach correctly. It's creating a small gap. No, I guess... No, I guess it's correct. Looks like it's mildly out of place. Link from Good Mythical Morning has a Millennium puzzle chain, I believe it. My bad, he was wearing a ski mask. What the fuck? Alright, we got another corner. Something tells me the corners are not where you start. Oh, GX, that's what it fucking was. GX was the one with Jade and Yuki. Okay. I'm skipping one of the pieces. This is not the order this is supposed to be in, but it's fine. This is fine. But yeah. I can just only hope that, like, the further along that I go and and do this, I can do more too, because like I really do want to do some big projects or like really funny things at some point. Okay. That should be all the pieces off this one. Third sheet down. This puzzle is looking scarier by the minute. By the way, there is no solution included with this. The only way to solve this is by doing it myself. So, for anyone wondering if I could, like, cheat at all, no. I'm not allowed to cheat. They said so with the instructions. It's literally listed on the backs. On the backs? Backs? Box. No answer. I hope those pieces come apart easy. I do too. All I know is once I get this done...
My grandfather's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba. But what it does contain is the unstoppable Exodia!
Oh my god, my throat fucked up.
The unstoppable Exodia!
That's a bit more like he says it. Not perfect, but I'll take it. Okay, so just gotta slide these two in, right? Nice. D4 and 3. Some of these just literally pop off. Like, you could just take one of these stumps off, and then just... Like, I don't know if that's intentional, but the fact that I can do that is absolutely fucking hilarious. Alright, let me click that on. Oh, that is a weirdly shaped piece. I hate that. Oh, I hate that. Look at that. Oh. This puzzle's gonna be so fucking hard. 6 and 5. Okay. I think what's even funnier is I saw during Comic-Con 3 of my ex-coworkers, 2 of which I actually hate. How was Comic-Con? I enjoyed myself. I wish I could have done a bit more. Like I said, I lost a whole day. But did you send them to the Shadow Realm? No. Also, can we talk about how fucking Season 0 Yami was just fucking Jigsaw? Like, I shit you not. Season 0 Yami Yugi was literally just fucking Jigsaw. But yeah, no, violence is not always the answer. Except when outright moments in which, you know, maybe it is. It was very, very sparse when it was used in Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm gonna be honest. Well, I gotta realign this entire piece. I will say, one of the... I will say, I was pretty devastated when I found out that Yu-Gi-Oh's creator passed away. I'm just really not... Part of me doesn't believe in the way that it was reported, though. Because the guy was a known swimmer and he fucking drowned. Which, I guess, yeah, like, it's not uncommon for a swimmer to, you know, to drown, but, like, in the way that he did it, in the location that he did it, something wasn't right. But, yeah, no, he ended up passing away, like, 2 years ago. I made some artwork back then, as, like, a small little commemoration. Wasn't great, but it was artwork. What piece did I just complete? It was this one, right? Yeah. So I need 7 and 8. But yeah, no. It was one of those devastating things. I remember, because it was 2022, Kaiba's English voice actor ended up being at Comic-Con that year. And he just... I don't know. You can kind of tell when, like, something's off, I guess. I don't think he was entirely somber. He was charging way too much for, like, his shit, but, like, I don't think he was entirely somber about it, but you could tell he was still slightly affected. Like, he was partial friends with the man, so it was just like, huh. You don't really know what to do or say. It was at the time in which I was, like, really anxious, so I never went to go say hi to him, though. Not necessarily something I regret. I mean, I never really said I can't really say that I'm closely attached to, like, Kaiba's VA or anything. I'm not. But, you know. Alright, I've hit my gremlin quota of the month. I'm gonna just relax and you build the puzzle more? Okay. But, yeah, it was just, I don't know. It was weird. It was weird. It might have been grief. It might have just been annoyance. I don't really know what the fuck it was. All I know is the man was there. It was really unfortunate timing because he had it booked before the death happened, so. Okay, we're going to need to reboot the music. Because I'm not going to play the official OST because that will get me fucking canned. Konami will send a legal cease and desist up my ass. Actually, speaking of Konami, I realized something. There is not a single mention outside of the copyright to Konami on this. And I'm wondering if that's intentional. Yeah, I will say I did get to meet Tails' voice actor during Comic-Con, Colleen. I got a picture with her. And then I got to re-meet Jason Griffith again. Which would mark that being the second time this year that I've met that man. Yeah. I met, like I said, I met Sonic's VA at least his second main VA in the games, and then I met technically now the current Tails, because she's voice acting the movie Tails. Konami reminds me of Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I still gotta play that. I never really got around to it. I grew up with so many games from the SNES era, and that was not one of them. But I've always had people be like, yeah, no, you gotta play this at some point. It's really, really fun. And I've just been like, well, I'll take your word for it, because, like, I haven't had time to, like, actually sit down and try it. But let's see here. I met the Cyanide Happiness crew. I've met 2 different streamers, both of which I ended up slightly befriending. I got passed by CM Punk, which was really interesting. The man was really not happy to be there. Like, you could tell by the look on his face, like, he really was despising the trek to go to a panel. And I kind of felt bad, but at the same time, it's really hard to say if that man has an ego or not. And I'm pretty sure he does. And not in a good way. Because, like, the couple times I've seen him, he's always been really fucking annoyed. As if he doesn't want to do these things, but he's already there, so he might as well do them. It's like, why the fuck would you sign up for them anyways, then? It's always really confused me. Great soundtrack, it is, the vibes are great. I will have to give it a listen, then. I will have to give it a listen. I'm always down to listen to new stuff. Did I already do 7 and 8? Yeah, and then 11 and 12. Did we just do that one now? But yeah. It just really confuses me. It's like, if a celebrity goes to a convention and they are very much seen constantly unhappy, then what's the point of going to the fucking convention? Like, if it's not your environment, don't sign up for them. Like, I don't care how much money they're offering you. Sometimes it's just not worth the fucking money. Also, probably don't go to, like, quite literally the biggest convention usually in the world. Maybe that also would benefit you greatly, kind of thing, you know? Not to put a damn on things, but did you see what the FNAF... did he cancel it? Okay, then why would it be a damper? That would imply like it's a bad thing. Like, even if there's delays, that's not too bad. I'd rather have a delayed product than a rushed product. Especially with that being, like, a whole thing where it's like, hey, a real 6-hour night shift. Some real serious harassment. I'm not surprised. Some parts of the FNAF community needed to fucking, like, chill the hell out. Genuinely. Like, either some people were not loved enough as a child, or, Jesus Christ, they really just do not have a sense of respect for, like, some people on the internet. It's the whole thing where it's like, ah, well, it's over a screen, so clearly, you know, common sense and rules don't apply to me. Yes, the fuck they do. Yes, the fuck they do. Please don't harass people on the internet. I shouldn't have to say that, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Don't harass people on the internet. For the love of God. Also, I'm getting hungry. I spent way too much on a pizza. Oh, that was one thing I did that was really nice today. So there's this one kid that was in front of me in line. We were both getting food. And, of course, you know, the fucking prices are exorbitant. And so they didn't take fucking cash. And so the kid was, like, about ready to give up. So I went and I paid for the food. Come to find out, the kid couldn't pay at all outside of cash because he was from Canada. And his card would have been horribly surcharged if he attempted. Because there was a limit. And so, like, any, like, potential purchases he wanted to have made would have had to either been done in cash or in limited quantities due to the surcharge. I felt so terrible for the kid. So, I was like, just pay me back in cash. He didn't have enough in, like, actual cash to, like, do it. So I just took, like, $9 back out for, like, a $14 meal. So, like, I got $9 in cash. So I spent $5 to get a kid some overpriced personal pan pizza at Comic-Con. Is it the smartest move of my money? Absolutely not. But, you know, hey, I did it. I felt good about it. I thought I did a good deed. So, like, hey, it's always an upside to it, at least. But, like, I felt bad for the kid because he felt so embarrassed by it. It was just like, dude, you're fine. Like, we're all hungry. We're all trying to get through a convention. Like, don't apologize for things you didn't do wrong. Yeah, especially don't do what happened to them. They got spammed. Jesus Christ. I'll be lurking. Need to sleep for an early med appointment. Thanks for the good vibes, Crix. Of course. Just remember to keep open the tab, and if you need to, mute the tab, not the stream. But please go get some good rest. Yeah, I do a lot of, like, random things at conventions. Like, I'll take pictures for people because I often will be alone or only with my sibling. So for me, it's like, well, I mean, I'm not doing anything anyway, so let me just help you out. I've always loved doing that. Like, I'll even, like, be like, hey, I see that you work here. Like, this food spot isn't busy at this time. If you're trying to get in, like, a lunch, I know you're working hard. Don't pay for the food where you're working. Please go, like, right here. Go get food. Get yourself a good, proper meal that's not overpriced, you know? I love doing that during cons. Because, like, one spot that I love in downtown San Diego, and it's not too far from the convention center, is The Melt. They have phenomenal food, and it's for roughly the same price as you'd get for, like, fast food. It is genuinely something that, like, is an underrated spot, I feel. Like, I know people know about it, but, like, it is definitely not appreciated nearly enough. If you're ever in San Diego, ever in San Diego, go stop by The Melt. Fucking great. I also gotta try Joe's Crab Shack. I had crab for the first time in over 8 years. Probably more than 8 years, to be honest. And I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty fucking good. It was pretty fucking expensive, though. I had to pay for my siblings, and we split, like, a big-ass bucket because, my sibling didn't have any money, so, like, I had to fucking usher out extra money on that. So I was just like, well, okay, I guess I'm just gonna do light spending on, like, the last day of con. Which I did. It's not like I really wanted to get anything else anyways. I got, like, a comic, I think, today. Because I was just like, you know, I really do like your premise. Actually, that was another funny thing. Usually, I go all in on, like, props and, like, other cool little, like, gizmos and gadgets. I primarily bought books and comics this time from Comic-Con. Which isn't particularly a bad thing. I just find it really interesting. Because, like, recordedly, I don't usually do that. And I couldn't find anything Angel Dust related. I really searched my ass off to find something Angel Dust related. All I could find was a sticker that I liked. Because there was a poster, but the way that they drew the character not only made it extremely fucking, like, overtly feminine, like to the point where it was pretty much a woman and not Angel Dust. It was humanoid. I was just like, that's not quite what I'm looking for. Like, cool to see people take adaptations of, like, characters, but not so much when they're deliberately, distinctly different from some of the character, you know, core parts that make the character the character. Did you find any custom amiibo or Pixel Mario? I did not. Amiibo was actually really sparse this year. Usually there's, like, one seller at these cons that'll have, like, a bucket full of amiibo. And they're usually, like, fairly priced. Did not happen this year. Oh, well, I'm just not gonna have that part. That's fine. Doesn't need it. Some of these pegs are fucked up, so I have to, like, either break them or bend them back into place, and it's really annoying. Like, they do need to do more quality control testing on this. That's another corner. And another sheet done. So I think we're on the final sheet now. Okay, so I guess there's only 5 sheets, so that's not too bad. And of course, it says the last 2 iconic pieces. There's 3 pieces here, but there's 2 iconic ones. So we're gonna get the middle man out of the way here, which is this one. But yeah, I wish I could have done more scavenger hunting. I wish I would have had. You should put this on a chain and wear it around. If I can build it, sure. I don't think if you realize anything, but this is a really unconventional puzzle. I 100% will buy a chain for it if I do complete this. Like, that is without a shadow of a goddamn doubt. But it's gonna be a while. This is gonna be like a multi-tier stream situation where it's gonna be happening a lot. Where it's like, watch me attempt to solve the Millennium Puzzle, part 56. Do I think we're actually going to get part 56? Yes. I can't stress how difficult this fucking puzzle is. Alright, the big ones now, guys. So it wants me to take number 1, number 7, 6, and 5. It was one thing that I did realize, and this is, I guess, a little bit more of a negative note, but I did realize people who definitely aren't proper, like, friends or, like, connections that I've met. Which is unfortunate due to Comic-Con. Like, I'm pretty sure I have learned now that there is a very much distinctive difference between some people's saying and their meaning. But, oh well. I guess I'll keep going with good faith until shit comes up. But it's just unfortunate. Just wildly unfortunate. flying. So these two go together, right? Yeah. There we go. And then this goes here. Right? And then it wants you to take part 1. Wait, hold on. This might not have actually gone there. Hold on. How is this oriented? No, I was right. This goes here. As a man once told me, I should read between the fucking lines and always mean what I say and never say what I mean. Yeah, well, some people aren't, unfortunately, like that. Some people are a lot more fake. And it's just unfortunately how it is. Like, I can't really, like, control that aspect. Like, I try to be as true and honest as I can with people, so when people aren't the same with me, it kind of hurts a ton. It's also why I've been a lot more confrontational lately about a lot of problems and things, because I don't want that to be a habit for anyone to form. And I especially don't want to make that a thing with myself where it's like, hey, you know, like if I've got a problem with someone, I'm gonna damn well say it. Okay, let me see how this goes. So, with this now, it seems to have a sliding and lock mechanic. Hold on, so this is supposed to be held like this. This has the bump. It's also one thing that kind of sucks about having people who are friends within the industry is that a lot of them do not opt in for like just general hangouts. A lot of them will opt in for, if there's a weird ass connection they can go to, then that'll be the choice, which I can't, I guess, be entirely mad about. That's just kind of how business is. Also, that's a fucking nightmare. But it's also like, dude, if that's gonna be the case, then at least like make that known up front. Don't be this two-faced motherfucker who refuses to like acknowledge that fact at least. Just because you think you're better than the big shots that do it as well. It's like, nope, that's not how that works. You're on equal standing there. Hold on. So that reminds me of the 3D plastic puzzles that were more popular in the 2000s. Can I post a link of it? You can post a link. Sure. Can we recreate the LEGO commercials as a community? Why? Not saying that's a bad idea, just... why? Like, what is your reasoning? Also, how are we expected to do that? Legos are expensive. Like, I still have a crap ton of Legos. I could probably just do it myself if I wanted to, but, like, Legos are still expensive. Look at this fucking travesty of a puzzle. Look at this fucking travesty of a puzzle that I have to now try to build. You know, I got just the thing. So to show you for how long I've actually wanted to do this exact fucking puzzle, I actually have a lot of 3D wooden puzzles in this. Not anymore. Just curiously, just absolutely curiously. I'm gonna be able to fit every single fucking piece. I didn't think I was gonna be able to do this. Ah, let's go! And there it is. Always had a theory, but none of those people actually fell in the river. The voiceover guy just pushed them. What the fuck? This is gonna be such a nightmare to put together. But I think I can do this. That is the piece list. There's 33 pieces to this puzzle. And I'm probably gonna keep this box because it looks really nice, so. What I will be doing is I will be cross-referencing as much of this as I can. But yeah. This is, oh my god. Where does one even begin with this puzzle? I don't expect like any of these to like fit snugly, but like at the same time, to an extent, I do. Nah, it's definitely not it. This is gonna reopen up my entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Or love for Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't this? Okay, how does this? Because I don't recall there just being a flat triangle side. I am still very curious to see how much of this puzzle has been retained from the anime. I guess we should start by finding out matching things there. Like, some pieces are 100% going to fit together. Like, I know that for a fact. But how? There's gotta be... I feel like this piece is a good starting piece. I don't know why, but it just has a nice flat top. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this as the starting base to start figuring out things from here. Because I know for a fact this is the last piece of the puzzle. If they are keeping this as accurate to the anime as possible, which by determining by the box art they are, that piece is the last piece. So this is a essentially 32-piece puzzle with a 33rd bonus piece. Because I know for a fact that has to be the last. This is going to be somewhere in the middle, I think. I'm not sure. And this has to get attached somehow. Because like something like this, for instance, where it's like, oh yeah, let me just slide that in, isn't as conformed. I just need a piece that has like a rail on it that I can just... I really do need to get food here soon, though. I'm getting really hungry. I don't know if I have any... Do I even have any food in the house? I just have some ramen cups, but they're just supposed to be for work. I have to order food again. These joints are a bit distracting. From where I had to build to put the puzzle together to get it to this state. So this is a corner piece. So I should start by identifying like piece types. So these are flat edges. Corner pieces. And then geometric as well. Corner. Geometric, geometric, flat, flat, technically, special, okay. Imagine, though. Imagine if that fucking worked. Wait, hold on. This one has like a small little piece that can be inserted. If that actually is a small piece that can be inserted inside... You know, one thing that kind of sucked about the whole, Actually, I don't want to mention that on stream. That's not a drama thing that I really want to bring light to. Doesn't involve me, but, like, it's something that's happened on the internet, like, during the course of Comic-Con that I haven't, like, been able to comment on. But also, I really don't think I want to comment on it. Everything regarding it is just wildly fucked. What? How are you expected to solve this? Wait. No. Hold on. No. Those two... Huh? Ha! Yo, that goes together. That 100% goes together. And I can identify this as a top corner. Wait, didn't we just talk about something having a small tab? Wait, hold on. No fucking way. No fucking way. No fucking way. Ah! I'm making progress? Unless those don't go together. But something tells me that they do. Like, that is clearly too comfortable to be sitting there. Does that go there? That's gotta go there. Wait, what if it's this? I can't tell if is the top risen? I think it is. Because if that's the case, then this goes here. So if it's that, then would... I mean, those fit comfortably, but am I missing something? Because this clearly goes here. And that would imply that something goes there. I mean, that aligns too perfectly for that to be ignored. What is known for sure is that these two 100% look like they go together. I'm gonna double check some of these corner pieces. Okay, this looks like it goes here too, but this actually might have some better standing here. I really don't know yet. Yeah, no, this is what goes together. Maybe. How would I attach this? Oh my god. This is gonna be really difficult. But no, I'm looking at this fit. This fit is a lot tighter. Leaves no gaps anywhere. But if that goes there, then how would... keep these two together? We need to figure out is the rest of these corners. Because this is definitely a piece that hooks onto this. I think both of these might be. Yeah, both of these are right here. So this definitely belongs with this. Like, that is confirmed that this is definitely a one and the same piece. Because what it would be is this, and then that. So this is not this, but these two do go together. Okay. So then what goes on this side? That needs to be determined now. Okay, wait, this might be here. How does this fit on the inside? This leaves... This leaves this. Let's see. What? Wait, what? Oh my god. That, hold on. No, I want, like, other Yu-Gi-Oh music, not from the game, though. Okay. These actually look to all be connected, so I'm going to confirm this as these are definitely connected. These are way too form-fitting for that to be a fucking coincidence. Hmm. Okay. I don't think that entire slot's gonna get filled, but at the same time, part of me wants it to be. Not a squid. Also, hi, Livin. I mean, that would make sense to fit there, but it can't because... Why can't it? Genuinely. If we break down the scaling of this, why can't that be there? I think that that can. It's the Millennium puzzle from Yu-Gi-Oh! Give me a sec. Anyways, what was I doing? Fuck. What was I doing? This, right. The scaling for this piece, for that to be like that, would have to be... I mean, I guess that that could be there. That could. Let me explore this avenue a bit more. So that's got to align with one of the top pieces. I wish I had an exterior look of this, but I know that would be entirely cheating in a way. I guess it wouldn't be cheating. Like, you get no hints based on looking at this. So, really, it's a lot of it's just intuition. See, like, for instance, that goes together. That 100% goes together. So these three go together. That is a little too tight. Or not too tight. It's tight enough that it makes me feel comfortable. And it honestly aligns in every spot that I see. So no, this is definitely a secured match. And this would have to be like this, so this would be a potential another. So that would be a matchup. I feel like I actually might be able to solve this fairly easily. I'm not getting my hopes up, but there's a chance. Because if that's the case, then this should link up with this. Hold on, let's back this up real quick. So, if these two connect, right? Because this would be like this, risen up by 1. Looks like that would be the corner it comes from. Which means this would be the one that it goes to. Not this. Where did I put it? Maybe that was. Hold on. That slotted in really comfortably. Like that was almost entirely supporting. Yeah, that's entirely supporting itself. And it looks like it is a conforming fit. So, and that would imply this. Ha! Ha! It's not what I meant to do. Well, 3 pieces fell. I only found 2. What's going on here? But you know, it's the Millennium puzzle from Yu-Gi-Oh, which is apparently an extremely difficult